Thanks for joining me. I just thought since I'm at my parents' house, I would give you a quick tour of how we have our art studio set up here. It's kind of a makeshift. It's not all set up at this moment, but at least it is allowing me to be able to continue painting while I'm here and make some more videos for you. So over here there is an old TV stand, and it works great for the canvases. So that has my sister's canvases on it. The taller ones are on the bottom where the TV usually goes, and the largest ones that are on there are the 16 by 20. So it actually will hold 20-inch high paintings, and then they don't even go all the way back. It's a corner cabinet, and so it works great. So this is just a way that you can see that you can actually repurpose something for a better use. And then the little shelf, it works really great because then we've got the smaller canvases on it, so they don't get lost amongst all of the larger ones. Then we had this old metal shelf. I don't know if it was a bookshelf or if it's like for gardening or something, but it worked perfect to be able to put all of my paints on. And so it has 4 shelves, and they're just the right depth to be able to put these boxes on, and those are the boxes that the squeeze bottles come in that I get from Walmart. I was really struggling with how I wanted to organize my paints so it was easier to find what I was looking for. And so what I ended up doing is, here are my pearls, and then most of them are in these bottles. I had started putting them in these larger bottles, but then I ran out of larger bottles and I ended up getting a whole lot of pearls, and so I just decided they were going to go in these bottles instead. And then when I would sort out my paints, I started putting them in rainbow colors order, because then it's just easier to keep them all in that order. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, violet, and then you end up with your whites and your blacks. And then I have iridescence, and I have the pearls and the iridescence near each other because they both have similar qualities to them. The iridescence are a little more see-through, and so you're going to want those on the top more. The pearls, I have a feeling that they probably will respond better on top, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Then I have the Rust-Oleums, because those do react differently than most regular metallic paints do, and so I wanted to keep those separate as well. Then on the next level, I have enamel paints, because those also seem to react different, and when I'm trying to find paints that I use, I do take into consideration whether they're enamel or not to use them. And so that's one of the reasons I decided to give them their own area. And then I have my better quality paints, so ARTEZA, Master's Touch, Artist Loft, all of those that seem to be a higher quality, higher pigmented. This one, yeah, is Artist Loft and ARTEZA. I've got another brand. I don't remember what it is at the moment, but anyway. So those are the better ones. And then I have some that I haven't mixed up yet. These are Artist Loft. They're smaller tubes. And I decided I wasn't going to mix them up into larger bottles, but I wanted to bring them, so if I decide to mix them up so I can see which paints I like out of them, I can do that. I also have a bunch of neons in there that I didn't get a chance to mix up, otherwise they would be in this type of a bottle. And then I have my neons and my glow colors over here, just because I don't have very many mixed up right now. And then on the next one, I have glitter paints, and I have a color shift. So these glitter paints are the extreme glitter. I really, really like the way that those interact, and they make so much sparkle in my paintings that I really love using those. And then I have my metallics. Now, something I ran into with the metallics is that you have so many other colors, like copper and silver and all of these that you don't normally have in your other types of paint. And so I had to try to figure out where do those actually fit. So I started doing research for like the copper and the worn penny, because pennies are made out of copper too. Well, copper is made out of orange and red, and so I put them between the red and orange. And then gold is actually made out of mostly orange and yellow, so that got put between those. And then I have silver and I have white. So espresso is like a brown, and bronze is kind of in the brown family also. Well, you get that kind of with red and I don't remember what the other color was. Purple, I think. Reds and purples. And so that's why I put it after the purple. And then I put the white. And then if you follow the colors, there's white, and then there's silver, and then there's light gray, and then there's dark gray, and then there's black. And so that's how I sorted out my metallics that fall under all of those categories. And then after this shelf, oh, and I also have my larger bottles that have my base paints in it, just because it's easier that way too. So then this bottom one is my more craft quality paints. And some of them I'm not sure if they are a craft quality or if they're a better quality. But like I have patio paints and I have the Delta Ceram Coat. And so I thought, well, they're probably a little bit better quality than the craft paint. But I just decided that I would rather have them down with the craft paint, just because, you know, if they are a better quality paint, it's not going to hurt for them to be down here anyway, because it doesn't make me totally not use them just because they're down here. I just don't use them entirely. So I usually pick a metallic, an extreme glitter, possibly a pearl, and then like I'll pick a better paints and then maybe a craft paint also to put in it. So I just make sure that I don't use all craft paints, because it tends to make the sides of your painting less brilliant as the top. It looks more pastel-y when it comes down the side, because it doesn't cling to the sides of your canvas as well. So that's why I have those sorted out the way I do. And I'm all excited because it makes it so much easier to find colors that I want and the types that I want. So then I have some shelves that I was going to initially put my paints on, but I'm so glad I found those other shelves, because now this just has my stuff that I don't use necessarily as much. So there's glitter up there if I want to put some with my resin. There's also the cork on top to make the tiles into coasters. I also got these really cool acrylic paint markers. So that's what I use to put my initials on the front of my canvases. And it has some stuff for resin, the tape, and then I've got gloves and just, you know, different things that I might need. I don't have it fully organized yet. I just kind of got things so they were up off of the tables and off of the floor so that it was a little more organized. And then I've got some larger canvases. I still have a bunch of canvases up in my bedroom closet instead of down here, but that's just because there wasn't room when I was trying to get everything sorted to begin with. And then I've got some drawers that I can put some miscellaneous stuff. I have extra baby wipes in there and the extra food tents to go over my wet paintings. And then I started helping my sister get set up. So these are going to be her shelves, and she's got drawers. And then that cabinet over there actually has a bunch of her paints in it. So hopefully we can get this more organized, but at least right now it's sorted out so that her metallic paints are up there, and then her pearlescents and neons. And then this is just some different things that, like, her better paints are over here, Rust-Oleum paints, and her enamels. And then the craft paints are down lower, and then some glitter and just different things that she's got, because she does different types of paintings than what I do. I primarily focus on Dutch pours, and she's been doing all different styles of pours, and it's really been cool and working well for her. So she's got types of paints and conditioners and stuff that I don't use, and then she's got these little bottles of Artist Loft paint that she got, and so they're just up there hanging out in the door. So hopefully we can get this all organized a little more so that it works really well for her. And then what we used, because you know we don't have folding tables to set up here, those are actually doors. So there's 3 doors, and they're just sitting on sawhorses. So it's really cool. And then we have some lighting. We need to get some better lighting because most of this doesn't have lights above it, except for this one table. It has a light above it, and then I've got my light ring also that I've been using. But yeah, so this is just kind of to show you that you can make a small space work out really well. It just takes a little bit more dedication to being organized so that you can find what you want. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I hope this was helpful. If you have any other questions, let me know, and I will be glad to answer them. If you haven't subscribed, I ask that you would please subscribe. And if you are a current subscriber, thank you so much for supporting me in this art journey. And if you liked it, I ask that you would hit the like button. Thanks so much. I hope you have a great night. Bye. God bless.